Mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells. They generate the energy your body needs to move, think, and function. When mitochondrial function declines, energy production drops, leading to fatigue, muscle loss, and metabolic dysfunction. Mitochondrial decline is driven by aging, poor diet, sedentary behavior, and chronic stress. Reduced mitochondrial number and efficiency impairs cellular metabolism, weakens muscles, slows recovery, and increases susceptibility to metabolic diseases. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly which foods and nutrients can boost mitochondrial energy, the science behind how they work at the cellular level, and practical strategies you can start applying today to feel more energetic, improve muscle function, and support healthy aging. Two key processes govern mitochondrial health: biogenesis and quality control. Mitochondrial biogenesis is the creation of new mitochondria. More mitochondria means higher energy capacity for your cells, allowing you to move, think, and recover efficiently. On the other hand, mitophagy is the process of removing damaged mitochondria. Think of it as a cellular cleanup system that keeps only the healthiest mitochondria in your cells. These processes are tightly regulated by molecular pathways. PGC1 alpha acts as a master regulator, turning on genes that build new mitochondria, including TFAM and OXPHO genes. SIRT1 and SIRT3, which are NAD+ dependent deacetylases, link your energy state to mitochondrial renewal, essentially signaling your cells when to ramp up repair and growth. AMPK, your cellular energy sensor, phosphorylates targets that activate PGC1 alpha, translating low energy signals into mitochondrial growth. Quality control is just as important. Autophagy and mitophagy, stimulated by compounds like spermidine or strategies such as caloric restriction, remove damaged mitochondria, clearing space for healthy new ones. Without this cleanup, energy production becomes inefficient and cellular health declines. Understanding these mechanisms is crucial. It's the reason why we choose specific foods and nutrients later in this episode, because they target these pathways, supporting both the creation of new mitochondria and the removal of damaged ones, giving your cells the energy they need to function at their best. We'll focus on foods based on the mechanisms they target. Some directly activate key regulators like AMPK, SIRT1, and PGC1 alpha, which drive mitochondrial biogenesis. Others boost NAD+ levels, enhancing cellular energy signaling. And some promote mitophagy and autophagy, clearing out damaged mitochondria so healthy ones can take over. It's important to see these not as isolated effects. Diet works best alongside regular exercise, proper sleep, and stress management, creating a synergy that amplifies mitochondrial health. Let's start with one of the most well-studied mitochondrial supporting foods, fatty fish, which are rich in omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. Think salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. Here's why they matter. EPA and DHA aren't just heart healthy. They integrate directly into mitochondrial membranes, improving their fluidity and the efficiency of electron transport. This means your mitochondria can produce ATP, the energy currency of your cells, more efficiently. Studies show that these fatty acids can increase mitochondrial respiration, improving endurance and energy at a cellular level. Mechanistically, omega-3s activate key energy sensing pathways, including AMPK and PGC1 alpha. This not only supports mitochondrial biogenesis, helping your cells make more powerhouses, but also improves the composition of the mitochondrial membrane itself, enhancing both energy output and resilience against oxidative stress. Evidence comes from both animal and human studies. In one human trial, supplementing with DHA increased skeletal muscle mitochondrial function by roughly 25% over 12 weeks. Animal studies have shown enhanced mitochondrial density in muscle tissue after omega-3 supplementation. And beyond mitochondria, omega-3s reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which otherwise damage these cellular powerhouses. Practically speaking, aiming for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week provides an effective dose of EPA and DHA. If you're vegan or don't eat fish, high-quality algae-based omega-3 supplements are a good alternative. Cooking methods matter too. Steaming, baking, or lightly grilling preserves the delicate fats. Deep frying can oxidize them, reducing their mitochondrial benefits. To maximize synergy, pair fatty fish with exercise. Resistance or aerobic training further activates AMPK and PGC1 alpha, amplifying the mitochondrial benefits. Essentially, your plate becomes a tool to prime your cellular engines for optimal function. Salmon on the plate isn't just delicious, it's fueling your cell's engines at the most fundamental level. Next, let's turn to a category of foods packed with polyphenols, compounds found in plants that have profound effects on mitochondrial function. Think berries, olive oil, green tea, and foods like apples and onions. Key polyphenols include resveratrol from grapes, hydroxytyrosol from extra virgin olive oil, EGGC from green tea, and quercetin from apples and onions. Why do these matter for mitochondria? Polyphenols are powerful activators of energy-sensing pathways. Specifically, they stimulate AMPK and SIRT1, which in turn activate PGC1-alpha, the master regulator of mitochondrial gene expression. The result? Your cells ramp up the production of healthy mitochondria, improving energy output and resilience to metabolic stress. Evidence in humans is promising, though nuanced. Several small clinical trials have shown that resveratrol supplementation can improve mitochondrial markers in skeletal muscle, particularly in older adults or people with metabolic dysfunction. For example, one study demonstrated that 150 milligrams per day of resveratrol for 12 weeks increased mitochondrial density and improved muscle endurance markers. Animal studies have shown enhanced mitochondrial density in muscle tissue after omega-3 supplementation. And beyond mitochondria, omega-3s reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, which otherwise damage these cellular powerhouses. Practical application is simple. 1 cup of berries per day provides meaningful levels of bioactive polyphenols without relying on pharmacological doses. Supplements like resveratrol can be used, but benefits are inconsistent and often dependent on formulation. Pairing these foods with exercise, especially aerobic or interval training, further enhances AMPK and SIRT1 signaling, amplifying mitochondrial biogenesis. Essentially, your plate becomes a tool to prime your cellular engines for optimal function. Polyphenol-rich foods are not just antioxidants, they are signaling molecules, telling your cells to make more mitochondria, work more efficiently, and resist age or lifestyle decline. Now, let's explore cruciferous vegetables, including broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and kale. The standout compound here is sulforaphane, a powerful molecule that does more than support detoxification. It directly influences mitochondrial health. Sulforaphane activates the NRF2 pathway, a key transcription factor that upregulates antioxidant enzymes and protects mitochondria from oxidative stress. By reducing mitochondrial damage, your cells maintain efficiency and energy production. Sulforaphane also indirectly supports mitochondrial biogenesis by lowering reactive oxygen species, which otherwise impair AMPK and PGC1-alpha signaling. Evidence is compelling. Laboratory studies show that sulforaphane enhances mitochondrial respiration and reduces oxidative stress in muscle and liver cells. In small human trials, broccoli sprout extracts improved oxidative stress markers and mitochondrial enzyme activity, suggesting practical benefits for cellular energy and metabolic resilience. While large-scale clinical trials are still limited, the mechanistic evidence is strong and consistent. Practical application is simple. 1 to 2 cups of cruciferous vegetables daily provides meaningful levels of sulforaphane. Light steaming or chopping and letting vegetables sit for 30 to 40 minutes before cooking help maximize sulforaphane formation. Supplements like broccoli sprout extracts are available and can provide standardized doses, but whole foods remain the most reliable source. For optimal effect, combine these foods with regular exercise and other mitochondrial supportive foods. Sulforaphane not only protects existing mitochondria, but also creates a cellular environment conducive to healthy mitochondrial turnover, ensuring your energy production remains robust.
Cruciferous vegetables are more than just side dishes. They are cellular protectors and mitochondrial enhancers, making them a cornerstone of any strategy aimed at boosting energy, resilience, and healthy aging. Next, let's dive into NAD+ boosters, which are critical molecules for mitochondrial function. NAD+, or nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, is a coenzyme that powers the mitochondria's energy-producing reactions. It also plays a key role in activating SIRT1 and SIRT3, which regulate mitochondrial biogenesis and maintain quality control. As we age, NAD+ levels naturally decline, leading to reduced energy production, impaired mitochondrial repair, and greater risk of metabolic dysfunction. The good news is that certain dietary compounds and supplements can help restore NAD+ and support mitochondrial health. Some of the main NAD+ boosters are niacin, also known as vitamin B3, found in fish, poultry, and whole grains. It's a natural precursor to NAD+. Nicotinamide riboside, or NR, a B3 derivative that efficiently raises NAD+ levels in humans. Nicotinamide mononucleotide, or NMN, niacin, which directly converts to NAD+, and has been shown in human studies to improve mitochondrial function and metabolic markers. How do they work? Boosting NAD+ activates SIRT1 and SIRT3, enhancing mitochondrial gene transcription and improving energy efficiency. It also supports mitophagy, the process that clears damaged mitochondria and replaces them with healthy ones. The evidence is compelling. Human trials show NR supplementation increases NAD+ levels, improves mitochondrial respiration in muscle, and enhances markers of metabolic health in older adults. NMN studies indicate improvements in insulin sensitivity, blood flow, and muscle mitochondrial function. Animal studies consistently demonstrate enhanced mitochondrial biogenesis, better energy metabolism, and delayed age-related decline. For practical application, niacin from diet, about 50 to 100 milligrams per day, can support baseline NAD+ levels. NR or NMN supplements can boost NAD+ beyond dietary intake, typically 250 to 500 milligrams per day, often taken in the morning for optimal energy support. Combining NAD+ boosters with exercise, intermittent fasting, and polyphenol-rich foods creates a synergistic effect on mitochondrial health. By supporting NAD+ levels, you're fueling the engines of your cells, enhancing energy production, promoting mitochondrial repair, and setting the foundation for long-term metabolic resilience and healthy aging. Next, let's talk about how to actually put all of this into practice, how to take the foods, compounds, and strategies we've discussed and weave them into your daily life in a way that's simple, sustainable, and effective. Knowing what works is one thing, but making it a habit is what produces real mitochondrial results. Start by thinking about meals that naturally combine these mitochondrial supporting foods. You don't need complicated recipes. A simple plate could be grilled salmon, lightly steamed broccoli or Brussels sprouts, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and a side of fresh berries for dessert. That single meal hits omega-3s, sulforaphane, polyphenols, and antioxidants all at once. Portions and frequency matter, but it doesn't need to be complicated. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week, 1 to 2 cups of cruciferous vegetables per day, 1 cup of berries, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil daily. Cooking matters too. Steaming, baking, or lightly sautéing preserves delicate nutrients like omega-3s and sulforaphane, while high-heat frying or overcooking vegetables can reduce their mitochondrial benefits. Mitochondrial pathways respond not just to what you eat, but when and how you pair it with lifestyle. Resistance or aerobic training amplifies AMPK and TGC1-alpha signaling, making your mitochondria more responsive to the foods and nutrients you consume. Pairing a polyphenol-rich meal or fatty fish with your training days gives your cells an extra energy boost. Taking NAD+ boosters like nicotinamide riboside or NMN in the morning aligns with natural circadian rhythms, giving your cells fuel for the day ahead. Intermittent fasting, or even just extending your overnight fast, stimulates mitophagy, the cellular cleanup system that removes damaged mitochondria and primes the creation of new healthy ones. Sometimes diet alone isn't enough to raise NAD+ to optimal levels, especially as we age, and that's where supplements come in. Nicotinamide riboside or NMN at 250 to 500 milligrams per day taken in the morning can provide an additional boost. Supplements are tools to bridge the gap, not replacements for real food, and diet, exercise, and lifestyle remain the foundation. Supporting your mitochondria isn't just about food and supplements. It's about creating an environment where your cells can thrive. Deep, restorative sleep is when mitochondrial repair and biogenesis are most active. Chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, impairing mitochondrial function. So practices like mindfulness, breathing exercises, or short walks are valuable for protecting cellular energy. Movement throughout the day, beyond structured exercise, standing, walking, or stretching, keeps your mitochondria engaged and responsive. Imagine a practical, realistic day. In the morning, take your NAD+ booster with a cup of green tea and go for a brisk walk or light resistance training. For lunch, a salad with mixed cruciferous vegetables, olive oil, and a handful of berries. A mid-afternoon snack could be more berries or a small serving of nuts. Dinner might be grilled salmon with steamed broccoli or kale paired with whole grains. In the evening, gentle stretching, meditation, or reading helps reduce stress and optimize recovery. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity and consistency. You're not chasing extremes or short-term hacks. Instead, you're stacking evidence-based foods, supplements, exercise, and lifestyle habits in a way that your mitochondria and your energy can respond to over time. By making small, intentional choices every day, you're fueling your cellular engines, enhancing mitochondrial biogenesis, supporting quality control, and creating long-term resilience. This is how science meets practical everyday life, and it's exactly what allows you to feel more energetic, recover faster, and maintain metabolic health as you age. Start small. Maybe add an extra serving of cruciferous vegetables, swap in fatty fish a few times a week, sip on green tea, or consider a morning NAD booster. Pair these choices with movement, quality sleep, and stress management, and you're giving your mitochondria exactly what they need to thrive. If you found this episode helpful, take a moment to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.